January 10th, 2020, guys. Friday, the long-awaited Friday. Move 7 breaks bearish 6-6 sequence yesterday. So we could be heading for a slight pause before a drop-off here. Reaction to the job numbers is what we're going to be paying close attention to, and we're going to evaluate both type of scenarios in order for you to be able to day trade today, guys. So divergence between Apple and the rest of semiconductor stock is observed yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenal. You got AVGO dropping, you got LRCX dropping, you got NVIDIA dropping intraday, while Apple is actually hitting all-time highs at about 310 bucks. Guys, this is something to pay very close attention to, because when you combine this information on Apple, we got clear divergence between all the semiconductor stocks and what Apple is doing. That tells you that Apple is topping right here. And if Apple is topping, that's been one stock responsible for driving this market higher and higher. If Apple tops and starts to reverse, okay, this is officially going to be the top in the market. So despite good earnings, also retail stocks are acting weaker, as we've seen with the case of Helen of Troy and PVH yesterday. Both good reports got both good projections, but then the stocks get weaker and they sell off intraday. Now, the target for a drop on Monday is still on, guys. Some of the trades we've been talking about, we're going to break them down in details, how to trade them today and Monday. BKNG, Amazon, LRCX, AVGO, and Tesla. Job reaction number 1. This is what we could actually have at the time I'm recording this. Market is at 3287, 3284 area. So remember, when these announcements come out, guys, you want to trade the opposite of the initial reaction. So if the initial reaction is higher, then you want to buy the pop. And basically, you want to short this pop by buying put. So if the initial reaction is higher, then the rest of the day is going to be lower. If the initial reaction is lower, then you're likely to see buying the dip behavior and then the move higher. So understanding these two variations is crucial. So when the number is going to be released at 8:30, guys, all you got to do is pay attention to the initial reaction and trade in the opposite direction of the initial reaction to the numbers that are being released. Now, the two projected moves for the day, these are based on our 13 marks move formula projection. So after yesterday's 7, we can easily get an 11 to where initially, so let's say if the job number is good, we're going to get initial pop, and throughout maybe the first hour or two, the market could actually be going higher, and then it's going to sell off in the form of a move 11. Now, the second probability is the highest one, to where after the numbers being released, we actually going to pop and drop before the market actually opens, so we could open with a gap down. That's got the highest probability based on the pre-existing conditions. In other words, in the prior 3 days, we had a move 6-6, that got paused, broken down by the 7 move yesterday, but it wasn't a great magnitude move 7. In other words, we didn't break out by like 20, 30 points or nothing like that. It was just a mediocre move up 5, 10 points. So considering the pre-existing conditions going into today's announcement, what we're seeing, there's a greater probability of a move 3, which means slight gap down, possible by the rest of the day sell-off going gradually lower and lower. So with that said, if you take a look at the calendar, we got 6-6, again, broken by 7. We're projecting overall a 3 move today, which could result in another 3 or a bigger magnitude move 3 on Monday. Levels for today, guys, are quite simple. We don't think the market is going to break above 3280. Now, the one word of caution, okay, if this sequence, this bearish sequence, is not going to be completed today, meaning if we're not getting a 3 and 11, that tells you the market is likely to break above 3290. And if this bearish sequence is broken, that is the only condition to actually reconsider the strategy here. Now, basically, if we get a strong move, despite of what everything looks to be bearish right now, if we get a crazy move above 3290, that would be your stop. You got to put that mental stop in place, guys. You got to cut those positions. Now, until we move above 3290, there's no reason to panic. Stay with the shorts. We're actually likely, by the end of the day, hit that level of 3250, 3260, followed by a much larger move, possibly to this level, guys, Monday. So be alert. There's just a lot of reasons that point to a market top. If you take a look, all these home home building stocks. They're reporting all these good stuff and great earnings. You'd think, with the interest rates being so low, institutional investors be actually buying these stocks, but they're not. You see in the case of Lennar, which was pointed out, guys, some of you are doing a good job actually researching this stock. Shaq has brought this one up to my attention. He was looking at all the home buying stocks, home building stocks. He's like, look, all of them have a black candle. So indeed, if you guys look at all of them, they have black candles. Lennar, KBH, you got DHI, all of them are forming black candles. It tells you institutions, despite of the good news, why are they pulling the money out? Because that's exactly what's going on here. Now, Camilo actually sent me this yesterday. He's like, hey, Leonardo, this is a black candle, move 11 on CMG. So when you guys look at all these observations, again, good job on making these observations. Number one, that tells me you guys are doing your homework. And so this, like, easy $15, $20 drop, you got to look at the reasons behind it, because it was a clear move 11 in CMG. But what caused that? Do you guys know what was actually like the immediate reaction of the market and why this took place? So as the stock approaches these all-time high levels again, so this top 1, top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5, top 6, top 7, an analyst is actually upgrading the stock and saying, hey, buy the damn thing. And so for a short time being, it goes higher. And then it sells off in the move 11 formation. That was a quick, nice trade right there, guys. Could have produced some strong results. The reason it's important to understand what is the current catalyst for such behavior and how you can overlay it to some other stocks. In particular, we think LRCX is going to do exactly the same thing today. So LRCX catches an upgrade this morning. The stock is up, but look, it's at the 1, 2, 3. It's at the multi-top formation as well. Yesterday, it began to sell off on strong volume. It's actually a trade was making quite a bit until the stock decides to reverse, right? But what we got going on pre-market is a crazy opportunity to trade LRCX. So this was the top yesterday. When it sets all-time high and it bounces lower, guys, this is a sign institutions are taking money out. So another goofy analyst upgrades the stock this morning. It goes all the way to 303. That's your entry. That is your entry on this thing, because it can easily revisit yesterday's level and possibly fall all the way to 290, possibly 288, depending on how wild and crazy things could get today. So understanding this, okay, that's what forms a black candle formation. When stocks hits these high levels, and institutions, instead of buying it and pushing it further out, because clearly this analyst is too late to the party. Yeah, he upgrades the stock just like an analyst upgraded CMG stock yesterday, but it doesn't necessarily result. What appears to be positive news, the upgrade by the analyst, is not necessarily producing the type of results that the market participants are hoping for. Instead of breaking out to all-time highs, what they do is they reverse it at key levels where they have a multi-top formation. So understanding that is creating some awesome opportunities when the stock pops like that, especially in the low volume. You can see like there's not a whole lot of people interested in buying it because they were selling it the whole day yesterday. So the probability of the reversal is huge. That's your trade for the day, guys. Buy the 305, 300 puts, easy trade. Same thing with Amazon. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the last 48 hours it tries to break above 1910, 1920 solid, but it fails. So your entry, when it pops this morning, let's say to 1910, 1915, there's your entry on the put side. Buy the 1910 puts, close them out right under $1,900. You easily see Amazon trading down to 290 at some point today. BKNG, like, guys, there is a sign that this stock is going to drop drastically. All these multi-top creations, okay, this was a huge trade. I mean, this more than doubled the trade a day ago. I was trying to clear this level, went to 2,088. Then in 13 minutes, guys, I mean, it had like a $20 sell-off. So these options, they jumped in value hugely. Yes, it opens up and tries to take this level out, but it's not going to do so in very light volume. So just short the hell out of this thing at the open. If you guys got a small trading account, focus on trading BKNG into the last hour, 2 hours of the trading session where you can buy these options super, super cheap. You're going to have opportunities to buy them for $1, sell them for $3 or $4, guys. This is an easy trade because the behavior is likely to be repeated. This behavior right here, the $20 drop in 30 minutes, this behavior is likely to be repeated into the end of the trading session today on BKNG, which is probably the best opportunity of the day. Now, first day down in Tesla yesterday, okay, just when it seems like, hey, now this thing is like Bitcoin is going to go to $1,000, okay, it gets the first day down in major volume and 2 analyst downgrades. What we got pre-market is a move 11 formation. In other words, There's still some people that are trying to support the stock, but it's likely to sell off once the market opens. So this is a clear move 11th pre-market, guys. It's something to pay attention to. Basically, on any bounce back to like 489 level, guys, just get in. By the end of the day, this stock is going to turn negative. Getting very, very close on our historic analog right here, guys. Moves yesterday, 7. It looked like we were getting a sharp sell-off in the middle of the day right here. Boom, 10 points lost within like 5 minutes. But then the market regains its posture. They buy the dip right here. They keep pushing it a little bit higher. 2-day sequence is 6-7. So here's the sharp sell-off. Here's another sharp sell-off like yesterday, right? But they actually buy the hell out of this one slowly, hoping that maybe some good things are going to happen with the job report today. But we're going to find out about that. 5-day sequence 11, 4, 6, 6, 7. Okay, overall is a bearish sequence filled with 11 and 6s, guys. Overall, this signifies the top when you basically dissect all the other sectors creating, these black candle formations. The next move for today, projection is either move 3 or 11, as portrayed in the picture I drew earlier. VIX keeps hitting the lows, but I think it's definitely at the low point from which it's going to bounce higher right here. So considering we're in the lower part of the trading tunnel, you want to buy VIX calls here. Key takeaways, guys, we still want to stay short semiconductor stocks, travel stocks, puts, retail puts. Okay, the idea is to buy puts at the open today, add more puts at about 10.15. The only way we are surrendering on our put vision here is if the market breaks about 32.90. Okay, so with that said, expect a big drop Monday. Trade like a rock star. Make it an awesome Friday. I'll catch you in the next trade soon.